guys, it's me. I know it's been a little while again, but I'm really excited with some videos that I have coming up. I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and today I'm going to be doing a haul. I have actually a lot because of the fact that it's been so long since my last haul. I have, I think, like 18 books, maybe a little, give or take a few. I might have a little more, a little less, but let's go ahead and get started. The first one I have is Middle Ground by Katie Kavinsky, and it is the sequel to Awaken. This is Awaken. It came out a long time ago, I think like over a year and a half ago, and I read this in one sitting, absolutely loved it. It might have even been 2 years ago. It's been a really long time since this one came out. And this one is the sequel. I've been anticipating this one coming out. I've been really excited. The first one, I'll tell you about the first one instead of the second, because I actually haven't read what this one's about because I don't want to know ahead of time. That's how I am with sequels. But the first one is about, it's in the future. It's not a dystopian, but it's just in the future, and how our world's different because people pretty much live their life through a computer. And it's very rare that people actually go out and are among people. The main character's father is one of the main creators of the computer programs that they use, and she meets this guy on the internet, and he is not one to stay behind the computer, and he invites her out, and she meets him, and her world completely changes, and she starts to kind of see why people don't want to live through the computers, what life is really like living in real life, I guess. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. The next one I have is Princess Academy by Shannon Hale. This is a young adult novel that I think actually sounds really cute. The description kind of reminds me of The Selection, and so that's kind of why I picked it up, because I love The Selection, and this has been really popular for that age group. It's about a girl who lives in, okay, it's a made-up place, who lives in this world where they decide to start looking for a princess, and her town gets picked, and they say that the future princess is going to come from this town, and so all the girls in a specific age range go to an academy and start getting trained to become a princess. And the main character goes, and she doesn't really want to do this, want to be there kind of again like The Selection, but she starts to embrace it, and I don't know, I think it sounds really cool. Supposedly there's like danger at the academy, and she kind of gets mixed up in it somehow, but the sequel just came out I think a month ago or so, and so I'm really excited for this one. The next one I have is an advanced reader's copy. It's Red Mood by Benjamin Percy, and this is one I had not heard of. It doesn't come out until May 7th of next year. But I'm really excited about it. It sounds really interesting. Supposedly this author has written another novel that I hadn't heard of, but supposedly has won a lot of awards. And I don't think he's that well known. The one is The Wilding is what that one's called. But I'm just going to read what the back says because it sounds kind of interesting. It says, "They live among us. They are neighbors, our mothers, our lovers. They change. Every teenage girl thinks she's different. When government agents kick down Claire Foster's front door and murder her parents, Claire realizes just how different she is. Patrick Gamble was nothing special until the day he got on a plane and hours later stepped off of it, the only passenger left alive, a hero. Chase Williams has sworn to protect the people of the United States from the menace in their midst, but is becoming the very thing he has promised to destroy. So far the threat has been controlled by laws and violence and drugs, but the night of the red moon is coming with an unrecognizable world will emerge, and battle for humanity will begin." I'm pretty sure it's about werewolves, not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. I think it sounds really cool. Supposedly this author is really good at taking a new and original take on things that have been done a lot, and I just think it sounds really cool, and it looks like they follow a few different characters. But I'm excited, and I'll be getting into this one probably at the beginning of next year. The next one I have is Venom by Fiona Paul. This is one that I was really looking forward to just because I've always wanted to go to Italy, specifically Venice, and this is where this book is set. And it's about a girl who she is engaged, and she is wealthy and is in kind of the higher class, and but she's not really happy. and she ends up kind of getting mixed up. She finds someone who's murdered, and so she tries to solve that mystery, and she runs into this guy, and she starts to kind of fall in love with him, and I don't really know a whole lot about it. The description isn't very detailed, but I think the setting's really cool, and I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard some people that love it, and some people just don't think it's as great as the reviews had been saying before it came out, so I'm hoping it's still a good read. And I love when they have there's just a name for this, but I forget what it's called, where they have the like peeled edges and stuff. I think that's cool. The next one I got is the Iron Thorn by Caitlin Kitteridge. It's kind of covered by my sticker. I got it at Half Price Books. It's one that I've always kind of been looking at and never purchased, and they didn't have it at my bookstore anymore, and so it kind of sounds really weird. It's about how at a certain age in this world, or at least for this main character, her parents and brother, once they turned 16, they went crazy, and about how she is coming up on her birthday and she's trying to figure out kind of what is going to happen, try to prevent it. This is a steampunk novel. I've only read a few and I've liked them, so I'm excited to read it. I don't, again, know a whole lot about it, but I've heard good reviews. The next one I got is Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick. It's the sequel to Hush Hush, which I have not read yet. I went ahead and bought it though because it's in really good condition, and it was only $3 from Half Price Books, and so I was like, why not? Might as well. I'm going to be hopefully reading Hush Hush soon because I've had so many people, so many of you tell me that it's a really good series, and so I'm really looking forward to getting into the series, especially since the last one just came out. The next one I have is Angel Fall by Susan E. E is her last name. I don't know a whole lot about this one, but I'm really excited because so many people have talked about how good it is, and it has really high ratings on Goodreads, and it's just very highly talked about. It's about angels and how it starts after 6 weeks of angels being in our world, and there's an apocalypse, and it's just supposed to be really intense. It's supposed to be really, really good, and I was kind of just disappointed by the cover and the way it looks. It kind of looks like an advanced reader's copy, but it was really cheap. So it was only like $3 when I ordered it off Barnes & Noble. So I guess $3 and I get this book, that's great, so I shouldn't be complaining. But I am really excited to read it, and hopefully it's as good as everyone's been saying. The next one I have is The Rook by Daniel O'Malley. This is a science fiction. It's not a young adult novel. This is supposed to be really cool. I had a coworker tell me to read it, and it is about a girl who wakes up in a London park, no idea who she is, and she finds a note in her pocket, and it's her old self talking to her, saying that you have no idea who you are, and kind of like explaining everything about her, but not like explaining why she doesn't have a memory. And so she has to go from there, and when she wakes up and finds that note, she also looks around and she's surrounded by a bunch of dead bodies. So it's supposed to just start off with and be really fast paced, and just be really funny as well. It's supposed to have a very humorous main character, and then it says wholly refreshing. It's a review. Wholly refreshing. If you like Harry Potter, Buffy, X-Men, or any assorted series that mixes humor and the supernatural, you'll love this book. So I think that that sounds really good, and I'm always looking for something that is kind of like those, and it's kind of main character just kicks butt but also has a struggle, and so I think it sounds really cool. The next one I have is the sequel to, I just forgot the name, to Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and it's by Lonnie Taylor, and I'm so excited for this book. I've heard so many good things. Christy from the Story Siren just read it and loved it. I was a little disappointed with the first one. It started off so amazing and then kind of took a weird turn. I still really liked it, but I've heard this one is better, and it ends with a huge cliffhanger, so I'm not looking forward to that, but I've heard that it's really, really good, and I'm very excited about it. The next one I have is Cruel by Jennifer Albin, and this is one that I absolutely love the cover. And it's actually really funny because the first few times I saw it on Goodreads, because it's so small, I couldn't tell that it was a person's face, which is kind of sad. But this is about a girl who, in her world, I don't think it's a dystopian, but it's in the future. I don't know, I always picture like a dystopian, you're like battling for your life, but and that's probably not really what it is. But so it's about spinsters, and spinsters are the people who sew the Web of Life, I believe. Fabric of Life, there we go. And once you become a spinster, you can never get out of it. It's something that in this world you strive to be, and the main character originally wants to be this, and then I think she finds out that it's not exactly what you think it is, and or what she thought it was. And so she kind of gets caught up in trying not to become one, but they're after her, and it's supposed to be really, really cool. I've heard really good things. A lot of these books I've heard really good things about, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. If you've read any of these, please let me know in the comments below, because I love to see what other people think and their thoughts on everything and what they're looking forward to reading too. So yeah. The next one I got is Velveteen by Daniel Marks. He has a YouTube video, Daniel Marks YA, and I was watching one of his videos, and he talked about his novel and how you could go to a website and get a signed copy. And so I did that, and I got it, and here is the signing. So that was exciting. It says, "To Morgan, crappy reading, oops, I mean happy." And then he signed it, and then he said, "Thanks for supporting." And then I'm not exactly sure what that word says. I think it says prickly dead girls, but I don't know. It's really hard to read. It looks like it says I don't know. It's really hard to read, but I was really excited that he signed it. It has a little autograph sticker from the bookstore. So if you want to do that, go to his website or his YouTube videos, and he has a link to it. It's in a video where he talks about his book. But this one is about where this girl died, and she was killed by a guy named Bonesaw, and he, I think, has killed people before, and she tries and really wants to get revenge, but she is stuck in the city of the dead, it says. And she ends up taking on a role in that city, or in the in-between, and meets this guy and tries to help save him. And I know I'm doing a horrible description of it, but there's so many different elements in this novel. I think that's really cool. Priscilla just did a review on this at the Readables, and she kind of explained a lot better than I did, but how there's so many different aspects of the book, and I'm just really excited to read this one. The next ones I have is the first 3 in a series. It's the Karen Marie Moaning Dark Fever is the first one. It's the Michaela Lane novels, and then then it goes Blood Fever and then Fae Fever. I've read the first 2. I just finished the second one. I am loving this series. It is a fantasy series, high fantasy, adult fantasy. It's technically in the romance section at my bookstore. I don't know why though, because there's not really like any romance in it at all. Like there's like the potential, but not really. Like, I mean, there is the potential for romance, but like nothing has happened. Like almost to the point where it's like funny that it is in the romance section. But in the first one, it's about a girl who she finds out her sister died while her sister was studying abroad in Dublin, Ireland, and the police find her body in an alley, and it is very gruesome how she was killed. And she is very, very upset, and she ends up going to Dublin because the police can't find the killer or find any new evidence, so they close her case. And so she goes there to try to convince them to reopen it, and then finds herself mixed into this world that she had no idea that she was a part of. She finds out that fairies exist, or fae, and they're evil, and she meets this guy named Jericho Barons, and I'm trying not to talk about both, and I don't know, it just kind of takes off from there. The first one is really good, but it's a little bit slower. You get a lot of details. I still loved it, but then the second one was even better, and then I'm anticipating each one to get better. They're very highly rated on Goodreads. They're very, very popular. There's 5 in the series. The series has finished, but I believe she has a spin-off series. The new one just came out called Iced, and it's about a character that's in this book that you only just meet in the second one, kind of in the middle. And but they're really good so far. So if you're really wanting high fantasy, but just really good, detailed, and really well written, I really like the way she writes books, then you should check these out. Also, I just started. This is what I'm reading currently. Meant to Be by Lauren Morell. It is so cute so far. I'm only 4 chapters in, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm hoping that I can just read this really quickly and fly through it. It's about a girl who goes to London on her spring break trip, and none of her friends end up being able to go, and so she's kind of stuck. She gets paired up with the class clown, who she despises, and she has to be with him the whole trip, and he ends up trying to help her find love or something. I can't remember exactly. I was trying not to read a whole lot about it since I just bought it because it just came out today, and then I was decided to just go ahead and start it. But I think it sounds really cute. It's really well written and really funny so far. So if you like the statistical probability of love at first sight or Anna and the French Kiss, I really think you would like this because it's kind of the same vibe so far. Sorry if there was any weird cutting right then. My camera died right at the very end before I could finish the video, and if the lighting's changed or anything, but I hope you enjoyed this haul. I will be posting it soon, I think tomorrow, and hope you enjoy. I'll see you next time. Bye!